The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
If you plan on buying a brand new RV at an upcoming RV show, don't do it until you've watched this video. Great information is coming right up. You know, as RV show season gets going, many people understandably are going to be going to these RV shows and buying a brand new RV. Unfortunately, a lot of those people are going to make some serious mistakes, buying mistakes that sometimes don't manifest themselves until after they've made their purchase. Well, recently I visited with a friend of mine. He's an industry veteran who is one of Texas's most loved and respected RV dealers. Here's a part of that interview. So you have attended, countless RV shows, worked them, attended them. What is some advice? What should people that are thinking about buying an RV keep in mind while they're strolling through these RV shows and dreaming? What should I be thinking about, Cannon?
I mean, I think the biggest word that comes to mind is ideas, right? So I don't think there's anywhere you can go where you have everything that you can see in one place. It's one of the best things about the RV shows, because if you go to an RV show, you can see all the way to the top Class A's to the tent campers, right? Every kind of price range. So the biggest thing that a person should go or look for is what they need. Now they got to go into the show, Alan, with they got to know what their budget is, what their truck can pull, how many they need to sleep. They got to have some ideas. But the biggest thing is, go in there with some sort of a plan to learn from what you see.
When I used to do a lot of tournament fishing, that we would look at a lake. A tournament fisherman looks at a lake. 90% of the fish are in 10% of the lake, which means you've got to isolate, get rid of the 90% because that's not where you want to go. I think it probably holds true with these RV shows. They're beautiful RVs everywhere, but you've got to figure out kind of what you want, or your mind will just go crazy on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, we have the open house every year. And to be honest with you, I mean, I'll go up there because obviously I want to see the new products and what's new. But I've been doing this my whole life. And after about 5, they all start looking the same. So yeah, you'll go crazy. You hit the nail on the head. You really want to go in there with segmented price points in your mind. So like, I need a bunkhouse. I know that I want to stay in the 25 to 30,000 range. Don't catch yourself wandering around in the Class A's, in the big fifth wheel Montanas. What happens is too, if you do that, then it makes it harder to purchase what is in your budget. So my biggest advice to people is, look, know what you're looking for, know your budget, and then focus on those trailers.
What kind of a person do you think makes the biggest mistake at one of these RV shows? I mean, who makes the biggest mistake and who gets the best deal? Who makes the most prudent decision? What kind of people?
Most people do a lot of homework, right? But there's still a huge amount of people that see a commercial, hear their buddy talking about RVing, and they go to the RV show and they see something they like and boom, they buy it. A couple weeks pass by, they get their new trailer. Some find out they can't even tow it. Oh. I mean, seriously. Some find out that it didn't have the right arrangements for sleeping. I mean, so, the guy that doesn't do his homework really kind of, it's a big mistake to go in and buy something.
Specifically, what do I need to do my homework and why? What do I do and why is it so important?
The biggest thing is, and of course I'm an RV dealer, so I'm going to say this, but research the person or the dealer you're buying it from. Number one, you got to research the dealer you're buying from, because with buying an RV, you are in some sense engaging in a new relationship with that dealership, and you kind of got to hope that they'll be there for you after the sale, right? So that's big on homework. So I say, read your reviews, know who you want to buy from, and then target your needs. What can my truck tow? How much do I want to spend? How many do I need to sleep? How often am I going to use it? Am I full-timer? I'm probably not going to get a travel trailer. if I have a little half ton. If I'm full timing and if I got kids, I'm probably going to get a fifth wheel. But you need to really know what you're going to use it for and how much you're going to use it.
Let's be honest. At RV shows, there are salespeople there, and they're really, really good, some of them, at selling, but they may not be very knowledgeable about RVs. I'm not talking bad about them. They're good at selling. And oftentimes I hear and see stories, of people that, they buy a huge bumper pull, and there's no way their half-ton truck can safely pull it because they believed some salesman said it. So those resources are available online, but sounds like you're saying you got to take the time or you could really make a big mistake.
Don't be impulsive. I mean, that's the key. So you got to understand your limits, your towing and budgets, and you got to know what you're doing. This all kind of relates to first time buyers. So the second time buyer, he's already been through all this. So if you've got an RV, you pretty much know what you're looking for, right? We're going to get a bigger one. If someone came into me and said, hey, I have a 25-foot metal-sided bunkhouse. It's time to upgrade. Well, I'm probably not going to throw them in a Class A $200,000 or $300,000 motorhome. I'm probably going to put them in a Cougar fifth wheel or maybe a Cougar fiberglass trailer. A little bit more money, graduate into the program. What happens is, so those guys are easy and they know what they're looking for. The newbies, what we like to call, me and you've had a million discussions about newbies. Newbies have no clue. So they go in and they get sucked in by that very salesman you're talking about, or by the glitter and the bags and the streamers and whatever. And they buy something that isn't the right RV. There's a lot of dealers out there that want to sell you that RV. They don't care if it's right for you or not.
It's all about the bottom line. I even do this. I call the people that walk around and look at these RVs, their eyes are about this big. I call them whistling gophers. How much that one go for? They don't. They're all beautiful, and that's why knowing.
I've never heard that whistling gopher.
A whistling gopher.
Today.
Now, be honest. When you go through those RV shows, don't you just sometimes go, "Phew, how much did that one go for?" I know I do. Buying the right RV is important, but it's no more important than buying from the right RV dealer, and that's a fact. Next time, Cannon Combs is going to address the question, do you really get a better deal? Really? If you buy at an RV show? We'll find out what he has to say. If you found this video to be helpful, if you would, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and make sure you turn your notifications on. That way you'll get a bump when we do another video. And if you'd like to learn more about Texas's #1 and most loved RV dealer, their contact information is below. Until next time, I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Thanks for watching.